Harry Potter Visual Dictionary, released on July 16th for $24.99. It is 144 pages, and we will take a look at the minifigure and some of the highlights from the book. Here's a close-up of the figure. We're going to look at some of the specific features that make this such a great minifigure. This arm printing is a really great feature. It's the watch from the second task, where Cedric is keeping track of how long he is underwater. In the back printing is pretty legit as well. Here you can see the Diggory jersey, very similar to Harry Potter's, that came with the newest Merpeople set that was released earlier this year. Here we can see the alternate head, where he has the bubble over his mouth, which he uses to breathe underwater when he dives in during the second task to save Joe. Here I wanted to include the minifigures from the last year's character encyclopedia with Rita Skeeter and a spellbinding guide to Hogwarts houses, Percy Weasley. The reason why is I think these are probably some of the strongest minifigures we've gotten from some of the books they've released with minifigures. Percy and Rita are obviously exclusive characters, so that's a huge draw as to why someone might want to buy those books. But I really can't stress enough how I think this is the best Cedric Diggory minifigure they've made. So I recommend, if you have a strong Harry Potter minifigure collection, that you buy this book and kind of add him to your collection. And here we can see kind of these three guys all added up here, just looking for a floor to add to the collection. But we are going to review the Harry Potter Visual Dictionary, not just the minifigure. We'll look at some of the pages as well and see what stands out. The table of contents page here pretty much outlines some of the major components that will be in this book. You have magical students, Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, life at Hogwarts, the Wizarding World, and Beyond the Brick. A lot of cool highlights here with various sets. Here we see the magical students. The Lego Harry Potter sets have done a great job over the last couple years introducing minor students into sets. The original waves, of course, only had Harry, Ron, Hermione, Draco. Even Neville was a later addition. So to see some of these lesser known characters in sets is really cool as you kind of flesh out your student population at Hogwarts. It's great seeing the various iterations of the Harry Potter minifigure. There you can see the invisibility cloak. This, I believe, came with the first advent calendar, the personalized sweater he got from Mrs. Weasley. They made a lot of cool changes to the Quidditch uniforms with those capes that are a thicker felt material. Then you have the Hermione Granger minifigure. It's cool to track her development with the various hair pieces that are used to represent this character. I think the Grand Staircase is probably the best Lego Harry Potter giveaway purchase ever, and probably one of the better giveaway purchases of all time in general. But really cool. Unfortunately, those are sticker pieces, but there are a lot of really awesome pieces in that set. And then, of course, we have Ron Weasley, the chess champion, or the, what is that, head house boy. The book also does a great job highlighting some more minor characters who are important to the story. Of course, you know, Luna, Draco Malfoy, Cho Chang, Seamus, Dean, Lavender Brown. Less common of a character, Susan Bones. We've seen her in a few sets, actually, recently. And then Ramil Devane as well. I believe she came in one of the new Diagon Alley kind of mini sets. The Quidditch uniforms have really changed and developed over the years. For me, this is the main reason I bought those house banners, as well as the Quidditch trunk, is just to get some of these sweater pieces and cape pieces, which I think are just really awesome the way they look. I've done a quick pan over of my castles in previous videos, but I really enjoy that this book looks at some of these iterations of the castles, pretty much from 2018 onwards, and just gives us some additional details. And so here we see that huge Harry Potter castle set, the micro scale, and then the new Owlery as well. The Shrieking Shack is probably my favorite set, or one of my favorite sets from the relaunch since 2018. A lot of it's nostalgia. I never got a chance to have the original as a kid, and so I'm kind of reliving some of those moments. But a great set, great detailed minifigures. Similar to the students, I love how they've been adding minor characters to the other settings in Harry Potter as well. Here we see Voldemort's followers, and it's a lot more fleshed out than the original wave, which didn't even include Voldemort. I think the closest thing you got was, I guess, maybe Snape or Draco. But here you see a lot of the additional characters they've added recently. And I don't collect Lego Harry Potter brickheads, but it was interesting to see just how many of these they made for the Harry Potter theme. Let me know if there's any more information you guys want to see with the Lego Harry Potter Visual Dictionary. I kind of went over some of the highlights that I thought made the book pretty awesome.